Welcome everybody to the weekly community live stream here at Portalarium. This is our first, I saw something flash through the screen behind you. It'll be back, don't worry. This is our first post-launch community live stream. Here we are.
Exciting, so exciting.
We are super excited to be talking with you guys today because, oh my god, all of the stuff that's happened this week. We had launch and all of the things that are going on in the game right now. So much to talk about, but first, my name is Matthew Anderson. I go by Barrick in the community. You guys know me, and if you don't know me, welcome to Shroud of the Avatar and all of the cool stuff that we have in store for you, and we hope you're enjoying the game so far. This is our way to reach out to you, our way to have a little fun and a little bit of, excitement with you to celebrate the launch, celebrate what's happening this week, what's coming up in weeks ahead, and all sorts of awesome things. And I guess the first thing that I wanted to introduce is, most importantly, Starlong.
No, I can't go. I can't go because
I hear a newbie.
Puppy.
Oh,
There's
look at this!
See, we can't have our first live stream without a puppy because we have to be as cute as possible. And so
this is our new team member.
Yeah, we have Sarah and a puppy because we can't stand it.
This is Travis's dog, aka List, and he's calling it Suki, but I'm calling it Suke.
Suke.
Like from True Blood.
Oh yeah. But you got to do it with a slight lisp because you can barely say it past his fake teeth. Suke.
Is that the snack? Can I try some?
I don't think you want it. It's been in the dog's mouth. She's very tired and she's whining, so I'm gonna take her back.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Sarah.
All right, but we had to take advantage of the cuteness there. So okay, so my name is Starlong. I'm the executive producer of Shroud of the Avatar, and here we are, our first live stream after launch. I'm so excited. I can barely stand it. Oh my god.
I'm so excited. I've got a list of prizes to give away on this live stream. Regulars on our live streams know that we like to give away things, and we have a list here for you guys. It's modest, but it's awesome. We'll list them off, and then we'll roll on them. In fact, let's roll on one right away. Why not? Okay, so we've got the 28th. Now some items are limited to periods of time during like a certain point of the year, certain seasons, that sort of thing. And so we've got a couple items here that we're giving away that are temporary. 2018 replenishing confetti eggs basket. So it's a basket with eggs, right?
Yeah, well, it's confetti eggs, and you can throw them at people, and it like bursts into confetti.
There you go. That's fun.
Awesome.
I'm gonna try that at the. I hear there's parties going on this weekend.
Oh yeah, you could probably use it at like say a dance party.
Yeah. Well, we also have if you love to go to parties and you like to wear masks, we have the 2018. How do you pronounce this?
I always get around to Lepus,
I think so.
It's Lepus, but we say Lepus around here because like a rabbit leaps. It's really pronounced Lepus though. But we say Lepus to annoy some of the grammar-ish people around the office. So Lepus mask.
So Lepus mask, and we're giving away one of those. In fact, you know what? Spontaneous me.
What?
We're gonna do
chaos.
We're gonna do 2 of those.
What? He's embracing chaos.
I've been leaning like more and more chaos lately, guys. Don't tell anybody. All right, so 2018 Lepus mask, and you guys are gonna like this. If you social tweet, you do all the Twitter stuff. We really hope that you're watching our Twitter channel because we're not only putting out a bunch of stuff, news that we have for you guys, but also we share all of your stuff too. So anything in the community that's like, you take a screenshot, you post it on Twitter, Facebook, any of the social channels. We also have Instagram. And you share that with us. You do the @ShroudOfAvatar. It's actually Shroud of Avatar for Twitter because there's only so many characters in there. If you go to facebook.com/ShroudOfTheAvatar, that's where our Facebook page is. But you just share it on any of those, and we'll see it, and we'll respond. We'll say, hey, that's awesome. Or maybe we even will retweet it and share it with the rest of the community. And so, because of that, we'd like to give away things on social too. And for our Twitter prize today, it is a observatory village home.
Wait, what?
An
that
entire
thing's
home.
huge, and it's got a telescope.
that like rotates and stuff.
Well, yeah, the whole like the dome opens up and the dome rotates and the telescope looks down the sky, and you're giving that away on Twitter.
On Twitter, but
what?
only during the time that we have this live stream. So we got a lot of stuff to actually show you. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. But basically, during this hour, we have the opportunity for you to win that Observatory Village home. But you have to @Shroud of Avatar on Twitter or hashtag LBSOTA. And if anybody knows what that stands for, Lord British Shroud of the Avatar. Hashtag LBSOTA. That just lets us know, hey, you guys saw it. You can say anything at all. You love the live stream, you're having fun in the game, you want to share something that you experienced in the game, a screenshot of anything like that is perfect. It's awesome. And we will put you into the pool for a chance to win the Observatory Village home.
And just to add chaos to the mix, because I'm crazy like that, and we did not discuss this beforehand, believe it or not, and so I'm going to shock Barrick here.
Does it every time.
Whoever wins the observatory home, if you do not already have a property deed, and by the way, we can check this. If you do not have a property deed and you win this, we will give you a player-owned town property deed to go with it.
Really? Oh, that complete package. Sir.
What? I know. Pretty crazy.
Now that's crazy. I want to go on Twitter and actually try.
Yeah.
So
So
that's awesome. So that completes the package of getting a nice home in New Britannia.
Yeah.
And if you don't win it today, we always have weekly giveaways. In fact, some cool news for next week that Star's going to talk about that. Even more prizes. Okay, so let's see a couple of news items. But first, let's roll for one of these prizes. We're going to let it, simmer a little bit, give it a few minutes for you guys.
Simmer down now.
Let's do that replenishing confetti eggs basket. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
2018 replenishing confetti eggs basket. If you want a chance to win that, if you're on Discord or Twitch. By the way, our Discord channel is our general, when we're streaming or not streaming channel for you guys to get together and chat. There's information on how to get to that. There is also probably somebody in the Twitch channel who would be kind enough to share that link as well. Thank you in advance for that. If you're on either of those, type in exclamation eggs. Keep it nice and simple and short. Exclamation eggs. And good luck on winning that. All right, so
I can eat 50 eggs.
50 eggs?
I can eat 50 eggs.
With the whole, really? All at once?
I can
we
eat 50 eggs.
We should challenge him on that sometime.
Eggs. I can eat 50 eggs.
Does it come with 50 eggs?
I don't remember how many eggs it comes with. It comes with a lot of eggs.
Okay.
I don't know if it's 50.
All right. Okay. Well, community news, most importantly for you guys, we have, well, actually, I wanted to mention, it's kind of related to community news, but we have, for all you new players that are just joining us since the launch and coming back and playing and then watching our live stream, wondering what's going on with the developers, what are we doing here, what exciting new content is coming to the game in future releases every month. Well, there's a lot of cool community content as well for you guys that you are creating for yourselves. Tons and tons of stuff. And one of the groups, which anybody can be a part of, anybody can turn on the flag in-game, are called Hospitalers. And Hospitalers are simply those community members, anybody that wants to have this tag in the game or just talking in the forums or chat in the Discord channel about helping other new players. That's all it's about, is really, getting together and seeing if anybody has any questions. So if you're a new player and you're not sure, well, I'm not sure what to do about this. I'm stuck in a quest. I'm stuck in the game somewhere. I want to get that house. How do I get a house and join one of the player-owned towns in the game? Anything like that all. We have what's called the Hospitalers. Ask anybody else in the community about them, and they will be more than happy to help you out to get started on your journey. So shout out to them. And we also have related, if you want to know where to get information on the Hospitalers and other community events and activities and helpful guides and how-to articles and videos, we try to share all of that as much as we can on our weekly updates, which we just released the weekly update number 253. We've had 253 weekly updates.
273.
Did I say 250? 273.
273.
Wow, 273. And this one I think is the largest ever.
Yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah, with a good community section too.
Yeah.
So go down to that community section and you'll see community events that are kicking off. Some right after this live stream at 5 o'clock, some throughout this weekend and beyond. So don't miss any of that awesome content. Also, we have the last week's community live stream. If you want to see what these are all about on a weekly basis, they're all on YouTube, youtube.com/Portalarian. We just posted it there this week. Also, well, I said 5 o'clock, so I don't know if you were going to mention it actually start. Okay, then I'll skip that. Screenshot contest, impressions of New Britannia. So if you're taking screenshots of your adventures and you see something really awesome, capture that moment, capture it, share it with us, and enter it into this contest for a chance to win some goodies in the game. Check out the details of that contest. The forums is the best place to go for a lot of the news we provide you. At the top of the forums is the announcement section. We like to put most of our stuff that we want you to know about in there, so just go ahead and scroll, see all the stuff. Most of the new stuff is pinned, and the contest, actually we moved those, excuse me. The contests are now just a little below the announcement section in the community events section. So all of our events, contests, and the like are now in the same section as all the community events. So you can see what are all the cool activities going on in one place. And ours is in there. Fairly self-explanatory. Let us know if you have any questions on finding what we're talking about for these contests. And we also have a contest that was just announced. It's going to be starting next week. This is a cool one. I love it. It is a daily for the week, for just next week, every day, a puzzle we're going to be releasing every day. A little bit of a fun little activity for you guys to figure out what is the mystery of this puzzle, and details on that in the announcement section, and more to come next week for that. Of course, prizes for those who win the puzzles, figure them out and all that. Let's see, what else we have? I think I'm going to end it there.
All right.
We've got so much more to talk about, and we'll do that on future live streams.
All right. And now for the news.
News. The news.
That's when the sound effects come in, right? That's when the big thing, all the letters. Right now, letters are going across the screen.
Imagine
right?
it flashing.
Like there's a big
Am I doing this
news,
right? Yep.
like CNN kind of thing.
Yeah.
News
News
with Dark Star.
This just
right?
in.
Yeah.
This just in, or whatever.
Did all that happen just now?
It all just happened. You missed it.
Sweet. Cool. But I just can't see it, right? They're seeing it.
Yeah, they're seeing it, yeah.
Right. So they didn't hear any of that right now.
OBS does a really good job.
Right. They didn't hear any of this. They just saw all the special effects.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Cut over.
And so then, and now I'm on camera, right?
And not quite. You have to do this.
Cool. All right. Click.
Yeah. There
okay.
you go.
Now. All right. Sweet. So we launched. We did it. Congratulations, everyone. Awesome. Thank you. We are super excited. You're excited. And you're probably full of all sorts of questions. We are trying to answer those as fast as we can. So please, if you have questions, post them in the forums and go to the forums. That's where we're trying to do all of our communication. So we're super excited. We know you're excited. We know that in addition to all the tons of changes, which I'm going to talk about in a second, there are also lots of changes that some of you are concerned about, and we are answering those as quickly as we can. So please check the forums. We are making announcements and updates and FAQ announcements and changes as fast as we possibly can. So please do not hesitate to ask questions, and we will get you updates as quickly as we can. But please check the forums daily, and we are answering those questions.
Yeah, we got community members from a bunch of us that are in the forums, basically watching and trying to answer questions as quickly as possible. And if we don't get to, immediately, we're doing our best to get to as much as possible. So we do appreciate your patience. Should it be a little bit of time before we get an answer for you.
But amazing launch so far. We're doing double experience points for the next 2 weeks. So if you log in, you're going to get double experience points for defeating enemies and for completing quests. So log in. Concurrency's been great, 50% higher than it has been month to month. And money's been great as well. But we're still holding off a little bit to open up all of our marketing campaigns. We're just letting the launch go forward a little bit, and we're going to get all of our patches out of the way before we open up the floodgates. So if you're wondering, like, where's all the marketing? That's why. But just to go over all the amazing, if you haven't checked out the Release 52 post of all the amazing stuff that went into Release 52, it's an incredible amount of stuff we got in for our launch version. Over 30 pages of content, just with companions, performance improvements, new scenes, Blood River Forest, South Boundless Forest, Northwood, which is a town on Clone, and Quel Shardfall, which we're going to show you guys here on the live stream, and it's really cool, which including a new version of the Lich, the Obsidian Lich, that you can only find in that one Shardfall, and he's got a cool helm that drops. We've got tons of side quest mania, so many side quests, including all of the final virtue banners. So if you've been looking to collect all of the virtue banners, the last ones are finally in, and the return of the dreaded Arch Lapin, the evil bunny, including now when you defeat him, he has a chance to drop 6 either paintings or tapestries of commemorating his exploits through the eons of killing humans. That's in the weekly update. You can see those 6. They're amazing. We actually got these from real medieval tapestries. Apparently, people in medieval times were fascinated with rabbits killing people. I mean, it's like rabbit skinning and chopping off people's heads, and it's really, really amazing. So go kill the rabbit, kill the wabbit, but take friends because spoiler, the Arch Lapin is probably one of the harder creatures in the game to kill. And that's just one of the, multiple characters. So now you can have multiple characters. And next release, we're going to be adding those to the store for for folks to buy. Heraldry's in the game. Combat polish, over 40 different changes we made, including new skills like Valiant Warden and Chaos Shield, and a new Dragon Gust attack. UI polish. Different rules for offline spawning, more dragons, more recipes and patterns, more emotes, the observatory home, which we're giving away part of it during this live stream, a new wooden stone inn that you can craft in the game. The lot deed raffle is back with way more deeds than before, 50 and 100, 50 place anywhere deeds and 100 play your own town deeds, so a ton. So you have a really good chance by entering that to win one. And then and that's just part. That's not even a full. That's just a tiny little sliver of a list. Again, it's over 30 pages long. It's a ton of content. This team is amazing. They really do just do an amazing amount of work in a really incredible just a month's time. And then today, after the live stream, come join us in Ordinus Mortis, where I'll be DJing again. I'll be spinning tunes.
DJ Darkstar.
So tune in to Avatar's Radio's website to hear my playlist, or double click on any Aether amplifier device, that's the little radios, and select Avatar's Radio from the list. And you can hear what I'm spinning. New time, we used to have them at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sort of in the middle of the day. For players in the US, that was pretty hard because most people were still at work, so we moved them to after the live stream. Now, we do realize that's kind of problematic for some of our European friends because that's really late. We hope, though, that since it's a Friday, you can stay up a little late. But we're going to be working with Travian to figure out maybe we have, an earlier party and then a late after party or something like that. So we're going to be working on it. Last week, because Richard and I weren't busy enough with launch, we flew out to GDC and did the 20th Ultima Online 20th anniversary post-mortem with Raph Koster and Rich Vogel. That was incredible. It was standing room only, and then that was a 300-person room. And we went over what it was like doing Ultima Online 20 years ago. We had so many game developers come up to us and say, "You guys are the reason I got into game development." It was a really humbling experience. And then after that, we ran out of time, so GDC gave us what they call an overflow room. So 100 people followed us to an overflow room. We spent another hour and a half answering questions. It was just an incredible experience.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's 20 years that game has been going on.
Yeah.
We got a question actually here, if I can interrupt for just a second. Draco Sota, love the name, great name. How do you enter into the Twitter prize again? That one's simple. Just go to Twitter, use your account, and share at Shroud of Avatar, or the hashtag LBSOTA. And anything about the game or anything about this live stream, hey, I'm watching the live stream, hey, I'm having fun in the game, that sort of thing. And we will see it, and we will shortly after this live stream, please give us a few hours to spin the magical wheel over here so that we can award it to someone.
A funny little anecdote. So Richard and I went, of course, in full Dark Star and Lord British garb. No one else in all of GDC, I mean, thousands of people, no one else was in costume. So we're literally the only people in the entire place in costume. And there's this amazing shot of Richard and I walking between the convention halls that the official photographer took that I posted. And I wrote, like, we didn't get the memo that no cosplay at GDC. And people have been photoshopping us in front of other things of like explosions and things like that. It's turned into this funny meme. Anyway, next week we've got our monthly live stream. So just like this was our first weekly live stream post-launch, our first monthly live stream is next week. It was going to be on Thursday, but newsflash, it's back to our normal Fridays. So I just changed the date on the posts. So it's going to be on Friday. Newsflash. It's going to be Obsidian themed in honor of the new Shardfall and the Obsidian Lich. So cool stretch goals like an evil eye emote, an obsidian obelisk that's interior size, obsidian pavers, obsidian throne, obsidian wizard robes, obsidian plate armor, and then of course the spring 2018 items will be expiring for that. And then this week, as if we weren't busy enough launching, we posted our Q2 schedule, which includes all sorts of cool stuff like performance improvements, the beginnings of our marketing campaign, looking for group. We actually had the kickoff for that this morning. It's going to be really cool. You're going to be able to select what tier. You're going to be able to basically create a party. And when you create the party, you're gonna be able to define what tier scene you want to go to, what scene you're actually going to go to. You're gonna be able to define things like, or I'm just looking for a role-playing group, or I want to look for PvP, and then people can ask to join. You can select if you want people to auto-join, or you want to be able to approve them. And then they can use a teleport scroll to go to. So we're going to expand teleport scrolls to work with parties, not just friend lists. So it's going to be a pretty cool system. Q2 is also going to include offline drop rates. So drop rates in offline are going to be much higher. Castle defense scenarios, player items and loot. We had that kickoff yesterday for that system. It's going to be cool. You're going to be able to sell gear that you make to merchants. And then those items will now start appearing in supply bundles. So you'll have a chance when you find a supply bundle that'll include a player item that was sold to a merchant. And just loot overall is going to be super beefed up. Tons more loot in the game. So decoration items. So all the world items that you see that you go around having to quote steal and ding your virtue, those are going to start appearing in chests in the game. Worn armor is going to be in the game, like the rusty weapons that you find. So you're going to find a lot of that. And new thing we came up with today. So just like gold crowns drop in the game, but we have them control the rate that they drop is controlled by the server. So we can control them economically. We're gonna add lot and house deeds to that loot table as well.
Sweet.
So in addition to gold crowns, we're going to start dropping lot deeds. So it won't just be the raffle as a way to get lot deeds. You'll also have a chance, about the same chance as gold crowns are, lot deeds and house deeds. So I know, whoa, I see people going, whoa, I know, it's crazy chaos. It's going to be awesome.
We have a question, or a couple of questions actually, but one that just scrolled past. If I don't use social media, how can I participate and get prizes? we have other ways. Don't worry, we are giving away some prizes today. In fact, if you if you use exclamation, what did we say it was? Eggs. Exclamation eggs. You type that in. We're giving away a 2018 Replenishing Confetti Eggs basket right now on the live stream, and we will award that to the winner directly to your account. And you don't need social media for that at all. It's just the Twitter prize is purely a sweet little bonus for those who want a chance to get that.
And Chris Pallid asks, will the item have the crafter's name when you find it? Yes, that's the whole point. That's why it's so cool, is that you're going to see, oh, so-and-so made this item. And then you're going to be like, oh, this is a really awesome item, so I'm going to go find that crafter because he made a cool item. I might want to find out what other items this guy made. Brewing is going to be in Q2. More chaos magic. Of course, new scenes as always. Polish to the quest journal. And this... another spoiler that wasn't listed, you know, just like I spoiled the lot deeds, this wasn't listed in the Q2 thing, but you are getting an exclusive because you took the trouble to watch our live stream. So, Merry Easter to you. Crafting failure when you're masterworking and enchanting, and actually Chris kind of revealed this too, but I'm double spoiling it. When you have a failure in masterwork enchanting, instead of the item being destroyed, the item will be locked. It'll take a durability hit, but it'll be locked, so you can't masterwork and enchant it any longer, but it won't be destroyed. So that should be a pretty cool improvement to the way crafting works. So Q2 is going to be awesome. Q1 was great. Q2 is going to be awesome too. And just a reminder, we're going to, monthly releases just like before. We're just going to keep cranking them out, and you can see how much content this amazing team puts out in a month. So stick around. The game's just going to get cooler.
What's really cool about that, as a community manager, I'm always listening to your guys' feedback too, and looking at what you are interested in. And over the last, since we started development of the game, it has been a continual process of receiving your feedback, and not just, feedback of bugs and things like that, but also this would be a cool thing to have in the game, or I know you guys are working on this. What about a little tweak over here? And we take that into consideration, and we look and go, yeah, that could work, or maybe we do this instead. And we always listen to you on that and see what we can do. And I think a lot of stuff that the community has worked on, I know early on the music part of that is community developed, and other things are made by the community essentially. Or made by us, and then their ideas.
Speaking of how cool we're making the game, in release and how we're helping players, we heard a lot of feedback that, in release 46 we added a really powerful ancient creature, this tree creature named the Reaper, and many players were afraid of this creature. Well, the Reaper, they were afraid of the Reaper. Well,
name sounds scary.
Don't fear the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper anymore, because you can wield the awesome power of the cowbell. But the thing is, Reapers and plant creatures and mushrooms. Oh, more cowbell? What? What, did you see more cowbell? What? More cowbell? Oh, okay. All of those creatures really, they really hate the cowbell. So much so that they become confused and weakened when they hear it. And for the sound of this fearsome weapon just really messes with them. And so consequently, Reapers went around eating all of the cowbells.
Oh.
And so then no cowbells left in the game. And the Reapers ate all the cowbells, so there's no more cowbell. And so we need more cowbell. So you have to go kill all the Reapers to get the cowbell. So the only way to get the cowbell, get more cowbell, is to kill the Reapers. So you have to go kill more Reapers. So let's see the video.
Okay.
So, you don't need to fear the Reaper anymore because you have the power of the cowbell. And you can be what you've always dreamed of being, a cowbell bod. And you can really explore the space. You can really use the cowbell.
With the
And
accent.
yeah, you can really use the cowbell to explore the space. All right. I think I've done enough damage
No more cowbell?
to last us for a long time. And so now I'm gonna go get ready to be DJ Darkstar and do some more damage over on the turntables. So 5 p.m. Ordinus Mortis. There's detailed directions. Go to the roof of the keep. Don't do like I did and wander around on the bottom floors. You got to go up to the top. Go to the top. Go to the roof. But stick around here because you guys are going to see Quel Shardfall.
Quel Shardfall coming up, guys.
More cowbell.
Get that cowbell. More cowbell. Can you keep that cowbell here?
Explore the space.
All right. Thank you, Darkstar, DJ Darkstar at 5 o'clock. All right, we have a floating prize here, I think, everybody. While we go and get Dan and Esteben are going to be joining us on live stream to show off Quel Shardfall, and maybe, I think, we're going to hunt down that Obsidian Lich and see if we can find it. All right, so we have that 2018 Replenishing Confetti Eggs Basket, and congrats to Papa Trough, I think is how you pronounce your name, Papa_Trough, and I believe you were on Twitch. So congrats to you on winning that prize. Let's roll for the next prize as these guys come in. Hey, Esteben, how you doing? Hey there, Dan. This is Esteben, Zaldivar, and you go by what in the community?
I go by SorcerousSteve.
SorcerousSteve,
yes.
And Dan the man.
That's right.
Dan the man, as we say in our morning stand-ups. You go by what, Nick?
PlagueOfLocust.
PlagueOfLocust, perfect. All right, random locust plague spawning.
That's right.
Okay. We just gave away a prize. We gave away
Nice.
the Replenishing Confetti Eggs basket, and we're going to roll into another one. And then I think we'll end with one more prize after that one, but we'll roll into one right now and give that a little bit of time to simmer, as I like to say. And we'll load up Unity. Unity is our program that we use to develop all the scenes in the game, right?
That's correct.
And these guys make some amazing scenes. I can't wait to actually see what you guys have to show for Quel Shardfall, and we're gonna try to find the Obsidian Lich. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit dangerous. All right. We might need cowbell for that. A little more cowbell. I don't do this as well as Star, but a little more cowbell. This thing can be really loud. Like we were like slam this max, you guys would be like, oh my speakers. Okay. Let's give away those. I was going to give away one, but we're going to give away two. The 2018 Lepus Mask. So it looks really awesome. I actually don't have an image for you guys, but if you go on the front page of the website, I think we may have it in the weekly update. The weekly update is, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we just released, it's like chock full of scene updates and all sorts of stuff we just talked about. And we're going to give away two Lepus Masks. If it's not in there, you can go to the right side store main menu option, and it's in the add-ons section. The Lepus Mask is there as well, including what the confetti eggs basket looks like. All right, so we're rolling for that, and as always, the community is ahead of me on this. Thank you, community. Exclamation mask is what you want to type in if you're in Discord or Twitch. Roll for that. Exclamation puppy. Sorry, we're not giving away the puppy. We did show off the puppy, a new member to our team earlier on the live stream here, but not for sale. Sorry about that. All right, exclamation mask, and then let's turn on Quel Shardfall. It's going to be amazing. This scene, we've so excited for it. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It's your guys' turn to talk about it. So let's do a little switcheroo here on. Oh, there it is.
Bam,
and I think it's still up. Actually, what happened is we may be a little bit in the weeds now, because I noticed that even though we positioned this earlier, the lightning knocked me back into the weeds. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true, because we were actually further in the crater. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna close our Reaper video. By the way, guys, the Reaper video that you just saw a few minutes ago is on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/portalarium, and a bunch of other videos that you can feel free to browse as well. So just doing a little switch here on, there it is. Yeah, see the lightning, guys? Isn't that awesome? All right, and I think I went back actually far enough to, I'm just going to dry this for a second here. I went back just enough, I believe, to be like in a safe zone up on top of this. Well, almost safe zone. There's like a fire going on here right now.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. I didn't notice that before. So I'm just going to go down here. And you guys stop me if I'm like, well, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
Are you sure?
There's always lightning right around the corner. There are
there
are some space spots.
Dan did a pretty great job of like doing some good coverage as far as the lightning trap goes.
I did try.
So you will get hit.
So if I just stand here, like if I'm like in a party and I'm just, this is Quel Shardfall, guys, and it's in the game right now. You can go to this right now. In fact, are we on the live server?
Well, this is Unity.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
It's
We're on Unity.
Yeah, it's gonna look the exact same way.
Yeah, sometimes when we've shown this stuff on the live game, community members would come along and like kill us. Whoa, that was close.
Which is very true, because it's PvP zone.
All right, so here's the mouse.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I'm gonna get the cowbell out of the way, and then you guys take it away.
While just positions here.
And a reminder, everybody, we are on our weekly community live stream here. I've got Esteben, SorcerousSteve, Zaldivar, I think is how to pronounce it, and Dan with me, world builders who put a huge amount of work into this scene, Quel Shardfall, which is now available in the game. More about it in our weekly update that we just released, along with a bunch of other stuff that's coming up this weekend. Take it away, guys.
So for this scene, Esteben was the world builder. My contributions were puzzle related, the wave battle for the Obsidian Lich, the lightning strikes, a lot of interactive elements. But Esteben was the point man on this, the creative mind behind this.
Yeah, so that's correct. I took the world building task for this map. So this is really the culmination of seeing a month-long, meteor shower and seeing this thing get closer and closer with each release as we go. And this is really what happened. They came in and crashed. So the idea for Quel Shardfall started off from basically that. We wanted to have a cataclysmic event happening during launch, and we wanted this particular event to seem fresh. Like, this just happened. This thing just broke through, And that's really what differentiates it, in comparison to any other shardfall and any other map, is that if you go and you look at any other shardfall, those things have been around for a while. But this just happened. It is so recent, and it's almost like you come in here and you see that this moment in time it's a snapshot. You still see the floating pieces of obsidian. You can see that they're radiating heat. You can see the gases of the meteor, and that's exactly what I wanted to capture. This thing is so fresh that it's almost like it's stuck in time when you come in here.
Right. Yeah. The physics of the floating shards are very different from. I mean, they float the same, but you can see they kind of are still kind of stuck together a little bit. They're still adhering from their impact point.
Exactly, and there was some creative choices I took. So whereas you'll go into other shardfalls and you'll see that they're bowl shaped, with this shardfall I wanted to make it look like it was a gash. So you do see that something literally came in and carved its way into the earth. It hit the side of the Black Blade Mountains, taking the top off these trees as it slowly, or very quickly actually, came in. You can see that all the trees have been like pushed as it started ripping through the earth. And you'll see that for kilometers around. The trees have been wasted and just thrown over. But as this thing kind of ripped through, there's even trails of fire where it came in hot.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it.
And there's a lot of hazards, that are associated with this. Like you're pointing out, the fire leading down to the impact point, the lightning storm, because there's a lot of electricity in the air.
Yeah, I got knocked back.
Yeah.
A few times.
Somebody's actually asking what happened to all the animals. Well, I did actually. There's a few charred cows. That well, it's a charred deer too. There's a couple animals somewhere around here. There's a charred deer, believe me.
There are some live wolves that are some of the more courageous.
But that's a charred human. But yeah, he got like.
He didn't make it. Yeah, he's seen better days.
But there is a couple charred animals that I know where it is. It's over here, somewhere.
I smell sulfur in the air.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could smell all types of gases coming out of this meteor here.
Richard, smell it with a smell-o-vision.
Yeah, we had a couple of people mention. We're talking about a lot of the community events. As a community guy, I'm like, community events, yay, go community events. Well, actually, we've got. If you guys follow this Twitch channel, also follow a lot of the other cool live streamers that are probably walking through Quel Shardfall. Some of them are exploring the scene right now. If you go to twitch.tv/SorcerousSteve, which I'm obviously at right now because you guys are watching it. Although when this recording goes on YouTube, which will be next week, you'll be on YouTube then. Oh my God. Yeah, be careful there, guys. But anyway, there's a lot of awesome community live streamers out there. We've got ones who have been live streaming a lot this week. RP Zach, Marky Dragon, and a bunch of others, and I'm missing your names. I apologize, but we tried to share those live streams, and we have a live streaming program that's going to cover a lot more of your guys' live streams. So contact Barrick, that's me, community manager, if you want your live stream included into this awesome program. And that was the quick intermediate advertising segment for me. Back to you guys.
Back to your regularly scheduled program.
So as I'm kind of starting to lay out the land and kind of have an idea of how I want this place to look like, I thought, well, it would be nice if we had lightning and thunderstorms going off in the distance. And so that's why you'll see these electricity surges going on off in the distance. And it was around that time where I started thinking about traps, because it's no secret that Richard likes his traps.
Yes.
And so I started thinking about traps, and early on I thought, well, there's all this lightning and chaos going on, and this is very much still active. I thought it would be really cool if we had a lightning trap.
Yes, we certainly ended up with one.
Yes, and so
is that what happened when I got knocked back?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens when we've gotten knocked back these few times. And so I kind of had the idea and I started putting something together, but I mean, the idea was there, but the execution wasn't right. It wasn't triggering at the right time, and it just wasn't. And at the time, I was finishing world building for this map, and I kind of had to move on to other things. And so that's where I realized I needed some Dan magic.
Oh, you.
And so
Dan the magic man.
pretty much told Dan, like, I have this idea of doing a lightning trap. There's some few pieces here. Can you take it a step further? And that's where Dan put the logic together.
With a lot of our traps, usually it's you step on a pressure plate or into an area if it's not indicated by a pressure plate. Either way, you step into an area and it's triggered right where you are. So you have to be careful of where the pressure plate is supposed to be an indicator of watch out, don't step here. But for the lightning strikes, I didn't feel like they would feel right unless there was at least a feeling of randomization. A feeling like they were actively happening around you, not just because you entered the space where the lightning would strike.
That makes sense.
So the lightning strikes are turned on within an area, but they don't necessarily strike right on top of you. They randomly strike within an area in clusters, and those clusters are populated across the map.
Got Chris Pallid who asks, actually kind of mentions a really interesting idea. Should be some new animals here with shards sticking out of their skin. Or some shard animals or some sort of shard creatures.
Okay.
Yeah,
good idea.
Very cool.
That'd be the ultimate obsidian infection.
Yeah. Dan was saying, I think that was one of the questions that we first asked ourselves. Is like, we came up with this like fake randomization because like in real life, you never know where lightning's going to strike. Like it could strike here, there, anywhere. But at the same time, it is a trap and it has to be triggered.
Right.
And I mean, it's not a very effective trap if it never hits you.
Yeah, you want players to get hit.
So yeah, I think Dan did a great blending of those. It's got a randomization to it, but at the same time, it will hit you at some moment in time.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa, there you go.
There we go again.
Let's give away that. Actually, I just rolled here, and I've got two winners for the 2018 Lepus Mask. I'm going to give that away, and we'll roll for the next prize. Congrats to Ivan Vasilev and Mage Mass, or Mage Mas perhaps. Ivan Vasilev and Mage Mass, you guys get a Lepus Mask. Now, if you want to redeem these, we're going to try to get them to you today after the live stream at some point. We need your account name or your character name. Please let us know which one, and a reminder of what you won. And send that to, if you're on Discord, send it to Berek, B-E-R-E-K, that's me. Or if you're on Twitch, send it to Shroud of the Avatar. Just do a private message and let us know, hey, I won this prize on the live stream. Send it to this account name and we will get it to you as soon as possible. Quick review, that's Papa Troff for the Eggs Basket and Ivan Vasilev and Mage Mask for the Lepus Mask. And right now we're going to roll for the... Oh yes, the currently listed shopkeeper of your choice. So here's an interesting one, guys. There are several shopkeepers we've been adding to the store recently, and pattern packs of shopkeepers to dress up a character, or not a character, but another vendor that looks like shopkeeper. So check out these if you want to know which ones are available right now. I suppose we can give away the male and female. There's new female shopkeepers that are available in the store right now, and there are male ones, but they're not visible. But you can still get them. So if you want a male one, that's cool. Just let us know, and we're going to give away a shopkeeper of your choice. And all of these items are also listed in vendors in the game as well. So we'll do a roll for exclamation shopkeeper. Type exclamation shopkeeper. And just again, contact me on Discord or Twitch on which shopkeeper you want if you win. And we're going to let that roll until the end of the live stream.
Can I say, while it's on my mind, we got to thank Damon for the awesome effects work. For lightning and for the visuals on the shards, right?
Yeah. A big shout out to Damon Waldrip, VFX artist, who he was responsible for several of the VFX in this map, but one of my favorites is kind of what we've called the shard to shard VFX. And so you'll see them right now, where it's these things where they're zapping each other. And so he did a great job of doing that. I basically went up to him and I was like, it'd be really cool if we had something like just like zapping, and that's exactly what he was able to do. So it looks great. Also, shout out to Michael Hutchison, lead artist, who cooked up the sky. We cooked up a custom sky dome for this map. Yeah, so there's nowhere else in the game where you'll see this exact same sky, just custom for this.
Oh, careful there.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know if you mentioned it, but there seems to be a blue glow there in the back. I don't know what is that.
Yes.
There's too many things to mention about this scene.
There is. The blue glow. So this is going back to the initial idea of back to when we first had the kickoff meeting, was that so this thing crashed into the ground, but at the same time it unearthed a secret entrance to a crypt that was, lost to time. Crypt. Yes, dun.
Where's our cowbell?
A mild cowbell.
I don't think I've ever had a crypt being introduced with a cowbell, but that's great though.
Never had a cowbell before.
Yeah,
you never lived.
Have to do more of that.
But so we came up the crypt, and at first it was just a standard crypt entrance, but it was in one of our map reviews. It was brought up. It'd be great if we could have more attention being directed towards the crypt, and so then I thought, well, how can we do that? And so Keith actually. I keep all of Keith's doodles, but this is a doodle that Keith Quinn made.
Oh, nice. Here, let's
some original artwork.
Yeah, original artwork by Keith.
Let me do a quick swap of this. I'll just swap to the main screen so you can.
It's just pretty basic doodles. But anyways, I then took some of these doodles that Keith made, and then I made them emissive. And from that idea of having, if we're going to have an entrance to the crypt, then how can we get more attention to it? Came these symbols, which then brought about a puzzle.
Yeah.
So it's funny how one thing leads to another, but
puzzles, traps, death. It's awesome in our game.
It just swirls around in our heads.
Oh, here he is.
News update. We're just talking about puzzles and things.
I heard someone hold up one of my doodles.
Yeah, we were doodling it.
Yeah, it's very much so.
You got to be clear about what you mean by that.
So you drew this.
I did. I'm always doodling doodles. That's it. I'm the key he's talking about. See you later.
And what do you go by in the forums in the community?
Sanyo.
So you post sometimes in the forums, right?
Yeah, I usually post
regular.
So if you see Sanyo,
I'll try to get that fixed.
Yeah. Say hi to Sanyo. All right, guys. Thanks, Sanyo.
Sanyo show. All
right, we want to go back to the game.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's go back to engine.
All right. Flashing back to the game, everybody. There you go.
So now, not only do these symbols serve a visual aesthetic purpose. You can be, from the moment you see the crater, you can see these guys emitting energy all the way from over here, from the other side. But not only do they draw your eye inside, but now they also serve a gameplay puzzle purpose as well.
Right. Yeah, so I think it's just inside, if I'm not mistaken. So we were kind of talking about how much of this we want to give away. I think maybe showing the solution for one. Yeah. So there's a spoiler alert. We'll show at least the initial solution, I think. And from there, you can pretty quickly work out what to do for the others. I think if you're paying attention and you pick up on the symbols and recognize that you can interact with them and connect the dots, I think after that, it's pretty straightforward how to proceed with the puzzle. So here on each of these columns, you have a center piece which you can rotate. Four faces that you can rotate to, and they each have one of the four symbols that you see represented on the outside of the crypt. You can.
Oh yeah, there's some. Oh, there's one over there.
Yes, so that's one. So you can see also these same symbols in a certain configuration above sarcophagi in the area. This one in particular is really close by. It's a good candidate. There's another one that's really close, and there's others that are further. But the key to opening the sarcophagi is above the sarcophagi on the wall, represented by the symbols. So maybe that's the best one to do because it's straightforward. There's no confusion about how to orientate the clue on the wall versus the pillars in the room.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Okay, so we got that one. Well, no.
Yeah, so some of the symbols look a little bit similar. So you got to pay attention to which one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Take off the axe. I want to show guys this. This is so funny, everybody. Now click on it.
Give it a slap. Give it a slap.
Give it a good. Yeah.
Oh, you hit the web.
I love that. That is so funny. Did you see that, guys? Do it again.
Oh, not that one.
Not that one. This is
Yeah.
right. Okay, this one.
That one's good.
Okay, watch his hands.
What are the 5 fingers?
This is what we do. Is we come up with really funny.
Oh, it
stuff.
opened. It opened.
Yeah, it just slaps things in the game.
Yeah, that's how
there you go.
That's what we want all our interactions to be. It's
Yep.
just a way to get another slap in the game. So yeah, so you've got the 4 inward facing symbols on the pillars now match the symbols above this sarcophagi, and it reveals a reward. The rewards are randomized in most cases, not in all. I think there's one that's consistent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one, but the others are.
You'll have to do the others yourself.
Yes.
But there's your start.
Right.
And we have a lot more puzzles and traps and quests and things in the game. This is every week, I think, just about, we show off a new scene or a revisit of a scene and go through dungeons like this. There's lots of dungeons in the games. There's lots of different scenes in the games of varying levels. You can go by yourself in some cases or group up in other cases. And a lot of lore and story we inject into these scenes, and so we're very much eager to see. I know you guys, Esteben and Dan, are eager to see what you guys, the community, discover and think about and talk about for the scenes. So feel free to jump into the forums and give a shout out to these guys. You post when we put something in a weekly update like about these scenes. They'll go into the forums. You'll write something with a little bit of, maybe some screenshots, a little bit of lore and history. And so you can find these guys, SorcerousSteve and
PlagueOfLocust.
Thank you, PlagueOfLocust, in the forums, and they'll post on, it's either usually official announcements at the top of the forums or in the Dev Plus area. There is most of the blogs that we have that we talk about these scenes and what's coming up for some of these scenes. But usually weekly updates cover them if you don't have access to the Dev Plus area. But in any case, these guys are always in the forums looking for your feedback on these scenes and to try to get those last minute polishes, especially when you guys get into the QA builds. And we're on release 52, so the release 53 QA build will be sometime in probably another 2 or 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we are out of time, guys, because it is 5 o'clock Central Time here in Austin, and that means dance party, launch event party for you, the community, put on by the community. Head over to Ardinis Mortis, stop watching this live stream, get in the game, play the game, join us in Ardinis Mortis, Minerva and her team, and that town, fantastic town. It is amazing what they have there, and there is a place, the details are in the forums. And somebody in Twitch chat and Discord, if you do me a favor and link that post on the details of where to go in Ardinis Mortis to join in for the party. It's going on for 3 hours, and DJ Darkstar is just warming up his mic, I believe, right now on getting started with the music and the Aether amplifiers in the game that you can click on to listen to his music that goes through the game, so you can enjoy some dance music while that goes on. Is there any other questions that anybody has?
So I got 2 things.
Yes.
They are begging you not to forget the prize.
And the prize, yes.
It would be more funny to me if I let you forget it.
I know.
But I decided
This
not
is
to
like
do
the
that.
first post-launch live stream, and I just I swear, guys, I don't do that on purpose. I get so excited about talking about something else, and I'm like, oh yes, the prizes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. What do we? Okay. So since I was this close to missing the prize, I'm gonna give away 3.
Ooh.
Oh.
So instead of just 1, I'll give away 3 for you guys. Is there any? Let me do a little adjustment to our thingy here. Is there anything else that you noticed? Questions by the community that are coming up?
One other thing was the title of this live stream includes the Obsidian Lich.
Yes.
But we didn't get around to showing the Obsidian Lich.
Oh yeah,
But he's there, so
he is
definitely there.
So we ended up. Yeah, he's there.
He's definitely
he or
there.
she.
I don't know. Maybe he's on a dynamic spawner, so maybe she sometimes. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, the Obsidian Lich is there. I was kind of scared actually to venture over there anyway.
It is
so
scary.
It is in the game. If you dare, you can go and find it. But meanwhile, prizes before I forget once again. We are giving away 3 of the shopkeepers. And we have winners here. Congrats to Billy Bologna. Interesting name, Billy Bologna. Pretty, with a Y. Very pretty name. And Mario with a 0, I believe. All very cool names. Congrats to you 3 for winning a shopkeeper. Now, shopkeepers can be placed in player-owned towns. There are entire towns in the game, guys, that are built with houses and vendors all by the community. So if you guys are like, well, I have the shopkeeper, but I don't know where to, I don't have a house, I don't have a town. Ask the community. There are inns and places for free that you can just use for a while. People let you rent out part of their home in the game so that you can get started and place a chest and stuff and start building up your inventory and all this cool stuff, and place your shopkeeper too if you'd like, so you can start trading. There's a lot of cool opportunities there. Just ask in the forums, how do I get started with this? I have the shopkeeper. But in the meantime, message me, Barrick, on Discord or Twitch. Message Shroud of the Avatar on Twitch. Your account name and the shopkeeper of your choice, or whatever other prize you won. There are several shopkeepers that are listed in the main menu of the store on the front page of the website for the new female shopkeepers we just released, but there's also some male ones as well. Same colors, so if you don't want the female one that's green and you see the green one in the store, just say I want the blue version for the male. And we'll try to get that to you as soon as we can. Sometimes it takes a few days to award these prizes. Till then, again, Ardennis Mortis, jump into the game. Have fun this weekend, everybody. We're going to be hanging out with you guys and exploring what you explore. We hope that you guys are enjoying our now post-launch, out of early access, and just having a good time with the game that's built with you, for you. And I gave away all the prizes, right?
Was it a premature?
No, that was not a premature, but
I think you got
making sure I did not.
You got the prizes.
I got all the prizes, and the Twitter prize, you have we'll give it a few minutes. Tweet at Shroud of Avatar, or the hashtag LDSOTA if you want a chance to win that observatory village home. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye.